things. Do you live on the street?
Unfortunately, yeah, I do, because I'm so depressed right now. Because people are just constantly on me. Every time that I, like, bring myself up, they steal, and it's just gross.
How long? I was out there in the ground zero. I'm telling you, yo. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying right there? Peace, love. What up, Carol in Columbia? Are those cross streets over there? I'm not really familiar with the area. You know what I'm saying? So
This girl, Bonnie Paddington, like, fucking came in and moved back to where my dad is.
where are you from originally?
Well, my dad's from Barbados and my mom's from Germany.
Well, my mom's from Barbados too. Rest her soul.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at that smile. You could tell that there's a real, like, you listen, the soul is even showing on the outside. It's not even on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Woman's just dealing with some serious, real issues out there in those streets out there. You know what I'm saying? Bless her soul. Bless her heart.
Hi.
So you guys are giving away some food here.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Are you guys, is this off your own dime? You're paying for this yourself?
Ourselves. We have no.
Wow.
Because our script
My bad for the audio, gang. I'm going to fix that later on.
Yeah. So this is part of our duty to God.
Yeah.
We
No,
do
that's
it.
beautiful.
Just to
We do it
feed
every
those.
Put a nice little denoiser on there. Don't worry, gang. It's going to sound crispy clean.
second month
That are
or so.
needy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are.
And you guys do this every day?
Every
every-
second month.
Kyle Johnson says you definitely got a BJ for $20. Just chill, broski. I respect my body. Every second
Like
month.
every second month,
And like, I got a girl, bro. Just chill. Man, don't do them type thing there, Bridget.
we do a large quantity for about 300 to 400 people.
Yeah, today is for about 400 people, and we do usually walk.
Salute to these people right here. They're basically every other month they go out there on their own dime, give out mad pounds of food, and they're just like real big hearts. They got real big hearts. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, they see the poverty, they see just the stuff that's going on over there, and they're like, you know what? They want to do their part and make a difference, even if they're just a small part of this whole big picture. You know what I'm saying?
Whoppers. We buy the Whoppers and they feed them, but today they raised their price so much that we had to make our own sandwiches.
Wow. Well, God bless you guys.
Thank you so much.
I'll you have the name of a company or anything, or it's just
they are
personal?
submitters to God.
Submitters to God.
Submitter to God?
Just to God alone.
God alone.
God alone. So
And we read
anyone-
the scripture Quran, and we follow that to the T.
Yes. Nah, man, some beautiful souls out there. So yeah, it was definitely a mission. It was I was on ground zero. I must say it again and again and again. Ground zero. At least six blocks of just people able to do whatever they want. Basically, like it's a free drug zone is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I was asking people when I was out there, I was like, yo, why is it like that? Because I went there on Tuesday afternoon, okay? And did my vlog on Tuesday afternoon. And after that, I was just shocked. Everybody who I was doing an interview with, I'm asking them about it in the interview. I was just like in shock, man. And you're talking to somebody who, when I first moved to Toronto, the first place where I touched down to try to get money, like even before I lived here, when I was just coming through on missions, I would touch down at Sherburne and Dundas. And I was like, that's ground zero. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Montreal, you know, NDG would be one of the areas where you would have a high activity of, you know, them type of things. I'm trying to be cool for the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And even there, when I got to Toronto, I was like, wow, Dundas and Sherburne, jeez. Ain't nothing touching that. Nothing's touching that. And I went to Vancouver back in 2005, right? Maybe 2004. I don't remember exactly. I'm getting old now, right? And on that trip, I seen Hastings. I seen Hastings in Maine, and that was just that corner at the time. It was just wrapped around the corner. I was like, woo, that's pretty bad. Like, you guys got a little bit of a problem out here. Don't let that get out of control. Okay? And this is 2004, 2005, let's say. Okay, 18 years ago. I was like, ooh, that's almost as bad as Toronto. Don't let that get out of control. And I got on my plane and I came back to Toronto and dealt with the Toronto life. 18 years later, I go back over there and it's gotten kind of out of control. That one block with just the wraparound of fiends turned into 6 to 8 blocks of just the same thing. It's a sight to behold, trust me. And don't think that you can go out there as a Toronto man and be like, oh, damn. You know, especially like you're a hood man, you're a road man. You're like, think that just money just gonna be flying out the sky now that you're on that block. Nah, B. I think it's kind of spoken for. You know what I'm saying? I think they have their own little system out there. I didn't see bare hustlers standing up on the block. You know, every single corner, just bare mans and, you know, nice Nikes and or Jordans or whatever, just like collecting bare cash. Like, nah. I bumped into one little set of hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you guys. If you guys are watching this, salute to you. Okay? Man's hailed me up. They're like, yo, who is that? Yo, fam, don't you got a YouTube channel? I say, yeah. What? I was like, damn, I'm on the other side of the country. Salute. So if y'all are watching this, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who you are. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Big up. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were going to tell me, yo, nigga, what you doing out here with the camera, bro? Listen, hey. I might need what that camera cost, bro? I was dolly, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing on me, not even like the jigger, you know what I'm saying? I was naked out there, bro. They would have had me. Do whatever they want with me, pause. So when mans were like, yo, that's you? I was like, yes, yeah, that's me, yeah. Okay, it's all love. Okay, I'm allowed out here. Salute. I'm gonna keep it moving now, all right? All right? Road to Success says, meanwhile, Friday has 2 security guards with him. Yeah, right. Not yet. Best believe when the bag come in though, you see me on the Gaza. Yeah, I'm right in the middle of it, man. Oh my gosh, it's so dangerous out here, right? Go to the off the frame, 2 security guards out there. I'm scared as shit. No, I'm playing. We never scared. You know what I'm saying? We go anywhere we need to go to get this content, bro. All right? Risk my life for the comment gang. You know what I'm saying? Could have been out there trying to film something and, when a zombie come up to me with a needle and just jig me in the side of my, right? I'll be stuck in Vancouver, zombied out. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that I'm sitting right here, hey. You know what I'm saying? Gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, man. Jeez. Go anywhere for this content, broski. But yeah, man, I made it back. Vancouver was definitely a great trip. And once again, salute to, and I got the hoodie on still. You're gonna see me wearing this hoodie and a few pieces of content this week. Be like, yo, Friday, you don't change your drip, fam. Like, nah, fam. I put it on again. Represent that Queensboro, you know what I'm saying, dispensary. They got, for the people who are in Vancouver, check them out, okay? Hit them up on their Instagram, Queens underscore cannabis scene. But while I was gone, I was in my Airbnb, flipped open the phone, and I seen some post. Because I got to make sure that I check on what's going on in Toronto. You know what I mean? That's my home. Got to make sure I'm going with the Toronto people. Like, what's going on back home? I'm seeing 4 shootings or 4 M's in 4 days. I was like, damn. I'm there looking at the mountains. Like, geez. I know that, Vancouver, they don't get it twisted. They got their share of stuff going on out there too. Okay? They got a lot of stuff going on out there. But, I'm there every time I go on Six Sounds, Canadian Underground Kings. I'm looking around and I'm like, whew. Feels good to be out here, man. But one thing happened. I try to see if I could just open up the phone and not have anybody talking my name in any type of way and just have a good trip, a good day. But it just never, ever, ever fails. They got to use the I Hate Friday technique. I've explained this technique before. Special technique. It's used when some motion is needed. When motion is kind of low and you want to bring it up, pause. You initiate the I Hate Friday technique. Okay? Many people have used this successfully, and every once in a while I respond, depending on who it is and whether it's worth it or not. So I open up my phone and I seen a post from Six Sounds. And it said, let me see if I can pull this up for you guys to see. Let's salute to the comment gang, okay? Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. This is not going to be a rant. So if the numbers are going up on the live, if people are like, it's the time, it's time. Share it, share this part, clip this part. He's going to go crazy. I'm not going to go crazy. Okay. So, one of my favorite, goddamn, Tabagnac. 1 second, gang. Un momento, gang. There it is. Here, let me do this. Let's do this. Let me move this. Let me take my time. Because I got to make sure I pay the proper respects to people who I mess with their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, where is it? Right here. So I opened my phone and I seen this. Friday takes shots at the crook. Now this is actually the second post. Let me see if I can find the original post. The original thing. I was actually taken aback. Okay, here it is. So the crook says that Friday Ricky Dread, they spelled it right, salute to Six Sounds, is done. Dunzo. Finito. I'm adding sauce. He didn't say those parts, but done. Okay? So let's play this. 1 second. You take the mute off.
But yo, Friday Ricky Dread's done on here. I'm not giving him no more interviews because I'll give him one interview and he'll split it into like 9 interviews.
Yo.
So Friday Ricky Dread is done.
Oh, no, we need you now, Crook, but let's keep it real.
The man turns one
but
interview into fucking
DJ
9
Vlad does.
crazy. But it depends, yo, Brody. If he's interviewing
Press a clip available right now.
listen, I'm not even gonna say mine. Listen, I feel like if it depends, every artist is different. Like if I fuck with people to give them an interview, my nigga, and then they start asking me all the wrong questions and shit and asking me shit that has nothing to do with music and a bunch of shit. I'm not really too in tune to like be talking with that shit on interviews, and then they
True.
go and link with a person's
True.
whoever the fuck they're like doing their rivalry with or whatever, and then they're fucking asking them a bunch of questions.
That makes
We'll address exactly what he's talking about right there.
I feel like that shit's gay. Like, what the fuck? But
a different way.
that
So I opened my phone and I saw that post. Okay, it wasn't only on Six Sounds, it was on a few other posts because, like I said, the I don't like Friday or let me take shots at Friday technique, it works well and it gets spread across multiple platforms. I'm honored that a technique can be used that's attached to my name and motion can happen. Okay? For me, that's a positive. Okay? That means I got some more followers this morning, even though it was due to hate. So I responded. And I guess I was not trying, I guess I should have said it with my chest. But Friday takes shots at the crook and tells him that he's not getting any hotter. Okay? They always use the picture from my first album. That album dropped in 2012, fam. This picture is from 2012. I have updated pictures on Google. Oh my God. But it's fine. I'm just playing. So I said on a tweet, okay, this is on Twitter. This is not on Instagram. I says, don't worry, broski. I wasn't looking for another interview. You ain't getting any hotter out here, so why would I? Wondering emoji. Okay? So let's stop there and unpack this. The reason I said this, in my own defense, is because here's the thing when it comes to these rappers, or just people here in Toronto media. We're living in a really gangster type of environment where taking shots at Friday is cool, but Friday returning fire, verbal fire, is like, oh, what are you doing, broski? You're like, how dare you? Okay? But when it comes to this content game, you know, you can take shots at me, take shots at me, take shots at me. But if I feel the person is important enough, or I like their music, like I do the crook, I'm going to respond. Okay? I'm a man in the end of the day. So I'm not going to sit here and, you know, just be like, you know, I'm just going to turn the other cheek because I'm not trying to offend nobody. I don't want nobody to beat me up. No, fam. I'm going to respond. Okay? I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be on some bad man thing like, yo, you don't see me when you see me. No, it's nothing like that. But you take a shot at me, especially publicly, I'm going to respond. That's just how it's going to be. And I'm not just talking about the crook. I'm talking about with anybody who could try to bring down the cachet of the We Love Hip Hop Network in any way. And we're trying to. This thing that, you know what I'm saying? Myself, team members that are here and that have passed, have helped to build over the almost last 7 years. Ain't nobody is going to take shots at this, and I'm just going to sit there and just be like, oh my God, I can't, you know, it's okay because, you know, I don't want to get hurt. No, I'm going to respond. So that's what I said. So, and then it continued.
A different way.
All right. So the crook seen that after the blogs were like, hey, yo, he said something. Hey, we got motion. And he responded with the list that I had posted back in, where's the date on this again? August. So just in August, a couple months ago, not even that long ago, of my personal favorite top 5 Toronto rappers. Okay. Y'all were there. So some of y'all in the chat right now were there when I was compiling this list. Okay. Let me make sure that this visual is right behind y'all proper like. Okay. And it was like what does he mean by, I guess it was a wondering, what does he mean by not getting any hotter, since I had his name on my personal favorite top 5 Toronto rappers. Okay, so this is my top 5 favorite. Okay, personal favorite. Favorite. Not to be confused with hotter or hottest. Okay. I see you in the comments. There's Kyle Johnson, like, who's Sad Boy? She's a young female who's doing her damn thing. Okay. And guess what? He's still my favorite. Okay. There's a lot of people who I think are extremely talented. Are they the hottest? Not necessarily. I'll actually go as far as to say some of the hottest are not my favorites. Okay? So let's never get construed talent with heat, with motion. Okay? The good thing about this is that when you have talent, you can change the needle of motion. But when I said, and I said what I said, when I said, where's my statement again? Let me pull that up. Don't worry, broski. I wasn't looking for another interview. You ain't getting any hotter out here, so why would I? The only thing I will say that I guess I can't completely mean is, like, if things are going cool, the motion is starting to get hotter, then we'll tap in. You know what I'm saying? But, like, with all due respect, rappers peak after a certain point in time. Okay? Even our favorite ones, they peak after a certain point in time. You know, and it starts to get harder to get that motion as you start getting older. There's a lot of rappers out here, and I'm not going to just say only the Crook, but there's a lot of rappers out here who are 80s babies. When you're 80s babies, that means you're in your 30s. Okay? 2 things start happening as a rapper in your 30s, and I'm going to tell you from experience. 2 things start happening as a rapper in your 30s. You start getting better. You start getting really, really good at doing this rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your studio sessions start becoming this easy because the art of rapping, the art of putting words together, you know what I mean? It just becomes second nature. You find your pocket, you find your voice, and you start becoming a seasoned MC. However, as far as getting that mainstream attention, that blow up, the window starts getting smaller and smaller because of the age. Because unfortunately, our game doesn't work on who's the most talented. It works on who's the hottest. So when I say I said what I said, I'm not saying it in a way like, oh, I'm dissing. I'm not dissing. I'm just saying you're one of my favorite MCs, one of my favorite artists out here because you're one of the most talented. But the hottest? Not right now. Now, if that list that you put up behind you was the hottest Toronto rappers and your name was at the top, then it would be like, touche, got him. Oh, let me put my foot in my mouth because, you know, Friday you talking smack. You said he was the hottest. No, I said he was my favorite. And still is my favorite. Okay? So I'll also say this when it comes to Friday Ricky Dread being done. Because when I was hearing this, I was on a paid trip to Vancouver. And I was saying to myself, God damn, I didn't get the memo. Maybe the promoters didn't get the memo neither because the money cleared. When I open my emails and I see new sponsors that are like, hey, we love what you guys are doing out here and thank you for what you guys are doing for the culture. Is there any way that we can, promote our products during your broadcast, whether it's on a podcast episode, interview, or whatever? And I give the fee and they say, yeah, that's it. Where can we send the money? I'm like, damn, I guess they didn't get the memo neither. Maybe not everybody, and this is, again, with all due respect, maybe not everybody pays attention to the Toronto blogs, okay? Maybe not everybody is up on that subset of Toronto scene, that subsection of the Toronto scene where everybody's like, yo, who's the hottest? And then people think, okay, that means the hottest in the whole city. And then I go around and walk down Yonge Street or walk down Robson in Vancouver, and I ask them, yo, do you know any Toronto rappers? And they say Drake. So then next, that litmus test that people have when they go through the different blog pages, and we have mad blog pages. I'm a blogger too. But what we post doesn't dictate what's heat. Okay? If you're up on academics' page or something like that, it might dictate a little bit more on what's heat, but that ain't even necessarily true neither. You could have just paid for a post. Okay? So for anybody, when you see anybody get motion on these blogs, We Love Hip Hop included, it doesn't mean that they're the hottest rapper in the city. It just means that the subset of the Toronto culture knows about them. The mans them who all went to school together or different schools and played in basketball leagues and have rival issues with different gangs and hoods and, know about the 2 this K and that person, this person. And, I'm not even going to put names or pretend names in there because I don't even know half of y'all names sometimes. You know what I'm saying? This person got beat up on range and that person, had a swap out with this person in this hood, and this chick in a Burger King got beat up because she's ops with it. Not everybody knows about that shit. The people who don't follow those pages don't know nothing about it, don't care nothing about it. So if you're the top person on them pages, it don't mean you're the hottest. When these pages give us motion, they're doing you a favor for the day. And then guess what? Keefy D is getting arrested or something else is happening and people move on. So I'll wrap this up by saying salute to the crook. Once again, okay? Still my number one when it comes to my favorite Toronto rappers out here. Okay? And hopefully we can have another conversation on camera, or maybe even behind the scenes, and figure this out. Because with all actuality, for a lot of audience members who I've met in the past, they tell me that their first time of getting to know the crook from back when we started this podcast 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago, was from the Biz Loke interview. Or was from the interview that he did shortly after by himself. And they're like, yo, that guy's music's hard. I seen that interview that you did with him and I want to check out his music after. And yo, I'm a fan now. You're welcome. So anyhow, salute to the crook. We'll leave it right there.